Well, hello and welcome back. So, in this video, we're going to go a little off what I've ever done before, and that's get a little personal. And for anybody that's watched the channel, I've hit on a very few times the fact that we lost our son, our youngest son, 28 years old. And listen, I've talked on this channel about a lot of things. Fixing trucks, fixing, things around the house, the yard, camping, traveling, the whole 9 yards. Today, we're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to talk about how hard it is to try to fix yourself. I don't like making these type of videos. I just think that it's, in my case, and my wife's case, and the entire family's case, it's a scenario that you don't ever picture yourself being in, but bam, there's the phone call one day, all of a sudden you are. So yeah, I work remotely, as everybody knows. So when I'm home, even when we're in the RV, we have dedicated a wall to our son in the RV. And at home, it's just a constant reminder. We have a boulder out front in our front yard with memorabilia all around it, his original grave plaque, the whole 9 yards here in the office area, garage, man cave. I have pictures and a casket liner and, the whole 9 yards, right down to the Red Bull sitting in front of his picture. His motorcycle sitting right next to me nonstop, just staring at me on a daily basis. There's one thing I'll say about, listen, in my life, I've lost lots of people. Biological father, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, the whole 9 yards. One thing I just want to, for any parent out there that's ever lost a child for what reason, whatever, I think it is the hardest thing to try to overcome. And let me rephrase that. You'll never overcome it. I don't, anyway. It's been 2.5 years. I haven't overcome it. You have instances. Guys, listen, I'm a guy. Nobody likes to say, hey, I get emotional, yada, yada, yada. I'll say this. I'll be sitting there and see something outside. The wind blows a different way. A smell will come by my nose. Or I'll wake up in a cold sweat because I'm having a dream about it. The unfortunate instant that he was taken from us. And yeah, you have no choice. Let me touch base on this. I've always been one all my life, mid-50s, to say everybody's responsible for what goes on in your head. If you don't want it to be there, push it aside, move on, be strong. I always said that. And I've always instilled that on the kids, anybody I know. This was different. It was different for me. Depression. I guess the word is called depression. And, I'm the type of person that just wants to pretty much deal with everything on my own. Whether it's my feelings, my insides, the whole 9 yards, anything, excuse me, that might come about in my life. I just try to deal with whatever the case may be. As you've seen in previous videos, I don't take my vehicles to anybody else. I don't hire a plumber or an electrician. I just fix it all myself. There's no sponsor to this video. I've watched other videos where there's sponsors because you can call somebody and ask for help, yada, yada, yada. There's not. That's not what this video is about. This video is about a club that you don't want to be a part of, you never think that you'll ever be a part of, and all of a sudden you're a part of. Don't know how else to say it. So the worst nightmare a parent can even think about having is that phone call. A little bit about our son. Never been on an airplane before. We are in Delaware, as you all know. Had somebody ask him to take a flight with them down to Texas to look at a truck that he was interested in buying. Not our son, the friend. And our son said, okay, sure. Daddy, what do I need to do to get through TSA, the whole 9 yards? Don't take anything metal. Take a small backpack. This was just before Christmas of 2023. They were going to one sleep, one drive, one sleep, one drive, so they'd get home and be home by Christmas. And that's what they did. They went down, they looked at the truck. He sent me messages. Everything was going great. He loved being on an airplane. It was great acceleration. He was a young guy, 28 years old. Expecting his second child a month after that, and actually engaged to be married. And they did what they had to do, and they were in the truck. I think they were about an hour into their trip home. Sent a picture, this crappy weather in Texas. And then within an eighth of a mile of that picture, some guy pulling a trailer that he had no business pulling, going fast. He shouldn't have been going that fast. A family out of Fort Worth lost control of his trailer, went and hit our son and his friend head on. Our son, they said, passed away instantly. That's what they say. The friend, a few days later, just before Christmas. The other family, they're fine. They're fine. They're no problems. And I'm going to get into some technicalities of this video. I got the phone call. What do? You can't do anything. I'm in Delaware. I'm 35 hours from where he was. Asking the questions. What's going on? Are you sure? Are you sure it's my son? The nightmare. Yeah, I'm sure if you've been there, you all know. It's the nightmare. Every scenario is going through your head. You can't comprehend about what's going on. And yeah, you try to make 2 and 2 equal 4. And at that moment, it doesn't. It's straight up all over the place. You have no idea what's even going on. The reality of it just doesn't kick in. I'm 2.5 years later. The reality of it still doesn't kick in. I still expect my son's going to come up and knock on the door and be like, surprise. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyway, you do what everybody says you have to do. You hire an attorney. You go from there. Don't want to get into all that in this video because there's a lot of things that people just assume are the way of it. Somebody's going to help take care of this situation. Somebody's going to be responsible for this situation. And sometimes you get the short end of the stick and it never happens. Lawyers lie to you. States protect people within their borders that they really shouldn't be protecting. There's that, right? So time goes on. Every holiday becomes a new holiday without them. Every moment becomes a new moment without them. All you can do is reflect back on memories that you have with them in years past. Things go by you that bring back that person for a moment, whether it's a smell, you see something, whatever the case may be, a memory. And all of a sudden, for a split second, you believe that they're there again. And no, that's not the case. This is a parent's nightmare. It's just what it is. I've done some research trying to figure out when this is going to get better. It does put a big slam into anything that you're used to dealing with, right down to your marriage, your everything. You have to be there to hold each other. Other children, you have to be there to, you all have to come together and remember the good times, and don't let that one instant engulf your thoughts. Except for if you're the parents. You don't have a choice. It's always there. It doesn't go away. Bottom line, you really don't want it to go away, right? Memories are all you have. The sound of a motorcycle. The smell of certain laundry when it comes out, because you know that's the same detergent that they used. A giggle that you might hear that reminds you of them. A song that just puts you in a straight downward spiral. You have to do what you have to do, and I understand that. But for a parent that's lost a child, it's one of the most, from what I've experienced, it's one of the most devastating things that anybody could ever go through. So, with that being said, Bob, Donna, Traveling with the Retards will continue the way it always is. And I know it's been some time since this happened, but the videos are what I have. I have a reason to share certain things with people. And but, yeah, if you look back on some videos, you'll see some memorabilia on the side of the cap. You've probably seen it in the yard as I've made videos and passed by. This is life. This is what we all have to deal with. At some point, everybody is going to have to deal with this. It's the worst because no parent ever wants this, right? You just assume that the way life goes is you're going to go before your children. And it makes it harder. It makes it harder when you have multiple children. Because your heart is so split in two over the loss of one. It's just hard. It's hard. So, once again, thank you. And no rhyme or reason for this video other than I feel it necessary to explain why maybe some things have changed in the past couple of years. With the videos not quite as smiley as we should be. We're trying. We're trying to get back to that moment. Will we ever be 100%? No, nobody is. Not even just parents. It's anybody. You lose your parents, a sibling, a friend, whatever. It's detrimental to your mindset, your heart. And you just have to deal with life one day at a time. And that's what the majority of us attempt to do. This is my way without I don't even know how to explain it. Without just truly going way overboard. It's just my way of saying to all the parents out there, my heart goes out to you. I hope your heart goes out to me. Losing a child is, as I stated, one of the most detrimental things I think a parent can face. And yeah, we have to strive. We have to continue. We have to be there for others. We have to remember that our own lives are still at stake here. And in some cases, people just, they don't want to deal with the fact of it. I don't want to deal with the fact of it. I really don't. And that's that. So, yeah, that's our son, Tristan. He was 28 when he passed away. He passed away December 21st of 2023. Hence the tattoos on our arms for remembrance. And we are all here for each other, whether it's a simple world or not, and we don't talk to a lot of people or what the case may be. All of you can look up and see the loss of somebody else and just come to the realization that it's something that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. And I would not wish that on my worst enemy. So thank you all for watching, and a little different on this video. And once again, you can like and subscribe below for the simpleness of our videos. And we will keep going from here. And, you know, maybe watch. You may see that smile come back eventually. Don't know. All right. Thank you all, and have a great day.